G'day viewers, welcome to this week's PB's Retro Restorations. It's a dump truck double build this week, doing a regular wheels Euclid, if that's how you say it, dump truck from the early years of Matchbox. There it is, the 10-wheel quarry truck as it's called in the catalogue. And for the, I was going to say from the new era, which is still like 50 years ago, I'm doing the super fast number 58 Faun dumper, which has been donated by Gerard and Renee again. So here it is when it was a new model, I think in 76, and this one's from the 77 catalogue. Now, my man Mark, who's a long-term viewer of the channel, is always sending me cool photos of his latest finds. Sent me a photo of a 5-pack he'd found in the States. Now, the dump truck in the bottom of this pack is the Faun dumper. They are still using this casting 50 years later, so that's pretty cool, and thanks for sending it to me, Mark. So let's get crack-a-lackin', as I am now required by law to say every video, and see if we can't turn them around. This little guy wanted to fight me forever. Ended up having to get the centre punch on it, to kathunk it apart, which I did. The wheels flopping around, the chassis is twisted on this. I wasn't sure. I couldn't use the Dremel to get these wheels off, so I had to turn to my jeweler's saw and I sawed them off, which means, of course, I'm going to have to get new axles, but that was going to provide another challenge. I was able to use my Dremel to get the pin out that holds the bucket on, so that was good. Twisted chassis. This toy was very well loved. Now on to Renee and Gerard's. A little bit more straightforward, but still the same principles. Plastic base, and not a lot else to this model. So I pulled the pin out after I Dremeled it. There's this little purple bit, plastic bit, that's to, keep the bucket firm when you're playing with it. Of course, it's completely worn out, so I have to do something about that. So spray painting, yeah. The most important thing here is check out my awesome sticker that I've got on my spray booth. Now, my man Neil in North Yorkshire has made the time to make these stickers, and he made me some badges as well, which I'm going to showcase properly in my next video, because we've got big things to discuss in the next video. I'll talk about it at the end of this video. But Neil, I don't know how to repay you, mate. That was really good of you, and they're awesome. I got one on my car, I got one on my missus' car. So I was stuck with saying crack-a-lackin' now. Anyway, now I'm going to start trying to twist this base back into shape. Yes, I should have heated it up. No, I didn't break it. And in the end, I got it pretty straight, all things considered. It's supposed to have a black plastic thing in it as well for, holding the bucket a bit firmer. So I did create one of those, but I didn't film myself making it. But anyway, got it pretty straight. Woo! So because sometimes I'm lazy and I was running out of time, I used the same colour yellow on both of these models. It's not right. It's yellow, but it's not the same yellow as the originals. And I feel I've let myself down a bit with the yellow job on these two. They look nice. I don't mean to be and miserable, but yeah, they're not quite. It's not quite accurate, but I'm pleased with the finish, if not the shade and match. Okay, so the front wheels on the Euclid were rusted onto the axles, and I had to use my socket and hammer to bash them off. Now here I'm spray painting the plastic parts, the base on the modern one, and all the wheels on both of them. So I'm going to use rivets for the wheels, and because the rivets are a little bit bigger than the holes in the wheels, I had to drill out all the holes in all the wheels to make them fit. Just knock the collars off the rivets, and then I measure them and cut them to length as required and as is appropriate. I don't have a sound effect for the spark, sorry. Okay, so I need to come up with another method for forming over the ends of the axles, because my drill press method, I could not get the nail down onto the thing, the end of the rivet, to round it over, and I had to use a drop of super glue, which I know is cheating and I should be shot in the face, but it was my only option. And then when it came to these wheels, they were so deep dish I couldn't get my drill press in to round them either, so I had to use a dab of super glue on them. So I've completely cheated. It's shonky, but I wasn't quite sure what else I could do, so please forgive me. So here you can see the black plastic piece I made to go in place of the original, and here I am cheating again with some super glue. With the old super duper, hey Martin. And the one wheel I could get the drill press onto, I managed to, damage the paint finish on the wheel, so I had to touch it up after I got it in place. So now I'm just going to Allen key the body on, and that's this one about done, short of having to touch up chips and everything on it. So of course I've neglected to film myself putting Renee's back together, so I'm a bit stupid. But anyway, just like that, they're both done. So here we are back at the start with our double dumpers. Both vintage. One's just not quite as vintage as the other one. I have to keep reminding myself that. Both well loved. Both seen some heavy duty action, I think. Thanks again, Renee and Gerard. Renee, I'll get this dump truck back to you, along with your other car that I won't give away because I'm going to make a video of it, and get them back to you soon. So this is what we started with, and this is what we're left with now. Yes, the colours are completely wrong. Well, I've got to stop beating myself up about the colour matches. Just I see some other restorers get it nearly dead on, and anyway, I'm pleased with the finish of them. You see the Molotov pen I used on the Faun, it kind of worked on some wheels and not on others. I might need a new pen. Anyway, I hope you liked them both. I know they weren't the most involved and complex models, but they ended up, especially the Euclid, they ended up a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll start rabbiting on again shortly. Now, in the process of editing this video, I hit the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much, everybody, for your continued support. New subscribers, old subscribers, even you people out there who just watch and don't, subscribe. I just value all of your watching and all the kind comments you'll leave, and the nasty ones too. Not that I get very many, which is good. I'm sure I'll get some now. I've complained about it. It really means so much to me. I've got to give proper shout outs to Neil for the stickers and badges, to Paul and Martin for the Golden Jack wheels you sent me. But anyway, I'm going to cover all that in next week's video. Nathan, Cassie, the kids, that big bag of cars you're giving me, we will cover it all next week. Thank you so much for the continued support. Here comes my standard line about it. I never thought I'd get 10 subscribers, let alone 50, and then it was 100, and now it's 1,000. I really can't believe it. I'm blown away. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll have some proper details about the 1,000 subscriber giveaway I promised you all, which I will do. I'll see you next week. Stay safe. Thank you again. I keep going on about it. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next Friday, everybody. Bye.